I thought that that was an appropriate introduction. It's going to be a very short video, but I'm about to show you, and you can do your own research. As I have been telling you, people like Steve Olson, Chris Potter, Jeff P., the list just goes on. The good folks over at Secure Team Trade. I mean, all of these people. And Thor News, I can just go on and on. But yes, there is a bona fide war that is and has been taken place. Ladies and gentlemen, your government, the United States of America, every administration president should be indicted as for treason. We're talking every world government that has been in on this conspiracy to literally lie to the inhabitants of the people of this planet for the very few elite who have desired to continue to enslave the masses. Yes, these elites, you know who you are. We know who you are. Folks, this is real. You can go into WikiLeaks, as you see right here. This is an email for John Podesta. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to start making a lot of sense to you. All of the Sechi footage, all the SDO footage, all this crap that people like, well, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. You know who you are. You have drank the Kool-Aid. You have been spewing the same crap because you can't handle the truth. And you know who you are out there. So let's just do this. You can look this up yourself. Let's see just what is exactly going on here. Dear John, because the war in space race is heating up, I felt you should be aware of several factors as you and I scheduled our Skype talk. Remember, our nonviolent ETI from the continuous universe are helping us bring zero-point energy to Earth. Who do you think is going to make the money off that, ladies and gentlemen? Hillary Clinton, the Obamas, all the rest of these elite. George Soros, I'm going to call you all out. You are nothing more than traitors to humanity. And there are others involved in China. There's others involved in Japan. Folks, this is a worldwide conspiracy. It is a fact, but let's continue. They will not tolerate any forms of military violence on Earth or in space. The following information in italics was shared with me by my colleague, Carol Rosen, who worked closely for several years with, oh my God. You don't think that the Nazis, the Germans, had already made contact and had already made the deal, folks? Get your head out of the sand. Let's continue with Mr. von Braun's death. Carol and I have worked on the treaty on the prevention of a placement of weapons in outer space attached for your convenience. New great news. Federal Minister for Planning, Development, and Reforms, Ashan, I think that's Iqbal, proposed cooperation in space technology between Pakistan and China as part of the historic declaration, saying it will take the Pak-China relations to new heights. Oh, really? Are you seeing this, folks? And already, there's the money trail, worth $2 billion. Folks, these people that are in government right now, they are conspirators. They are absolutely doing this for their own sake, saving their own asses and leaving the rest of our butts out there to be exposed. Let's go on. Cosmic consequences of space weapons. War in space. War in space isn't considered fantasy anymore. Preparing for war in space. War in space may be closer than ever. China, Russia, and the U.S. are developing and testing controversial new capabilities to wage war in space despite their denial of such. What we're talking about here is just not Star Wars. Let's finish. We're arguably closer than ever to war in space. Most satellites orbiting Earth belong to the US, China, and Russia, and recent tests of anti-satellite weapons don't exactly erase the scare factor. It sounds like science fiction, but the potential for real-life Star Wars is real enough. It's just not new. Fears of battles in space go back to the Cold War and several initiatives like President Reagan's Star Wars missile defense system. Deputy Defense Secretary Robert Work spoke to Congress in June about the threat. He said during a speech, the technology the U.S. developed during the Cold War allows it to protect more power, more precisely, more swiftly, at less cost. It's always about the money, folks. Always. Let me continue. Take a moment to think about everything satellites do. GPS, surveillance, communications, all depend on them. And the Scientific American notes you can disable satellites without missiles. Simply spray painting lenses or breaking antennas is enough. President Obama requested $5 billion for space defense in the 2016 fiscal budget. And a former Air Force officer told the Scientific American most of the United States' capabilities in space have been declassified to send a clear message. There are no rules for war in space. Edgar D. Mitchell, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, you can do with this as you will. But the evidence is now overwhelming. Steve Olson, all the rest that I have spoken about, have all been showing you. The early ones that blew the whistle, Yellow Rose for Texas, Debbie Blue, all the rest of them, they knew. And we mocked them. We laughed at them. You trolls, you pitiful excuses for excrement that you are. You write your nasty little comments because you are nothing. You mean nothing. In the total scheme of things, you are a denier. Folks, it's time that you wake up. It's time that you realize there is something much bigger going on. They have left us to die, and that's exactly what they're going to do. I don't care what your religion may teach you, whatever your beliefs are, they are going to wipe us out. Yeah, it's a dark video, I know. But read it for yourself, folks. Yeah. Take care of one another. You're going to need to.